Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today I'm going to be taking a first look at a new game which just came out a couple of days ago called Iron Conflict. This is a real-time combat game that has a couple of interesting things to it that kind of prompted me to take a look. Now, first off, this game is developed by Angela Games, and this is a sponsored video. But I was intrigued by a couple of things in this game. Now, for those of you who have followed my channel in the past, you know that I have played World of Warships on the channel. Not frequently, but it is something I played quite a bit off the channel, and occasionally would use World of Warships content for just sort of generic discussion videos. This game has some elements that are similar to games like World of Warships or War Thunder, in that it is a game that you basically are focused on teching up your units. So it's a game which involves 10v10 battles against humans on sort of handcrafted maps, if you will. And it also allows you to play with technology that, sort of spans World War II to the modern era. It is a game that is unique in some ways in that, unlike games like World of Warships or World of Tanks, you're not commanding one unit, you're actually commanding sort of a formation of three. And so it takes elements of games like Wargame Red Dragon, where you're focused on sort of building a deck or building units that you can bring with you into a competitive battle, and crafting this sort of unit to your liking so that you can suit your own playstyle as you play other humans. This doesn't have a big deck like that. You're not talking about like whole divisions or dozens and dozens of units, but what you are bringing with you into each battle is 3 different units, so you can kind of mix and match. Do I want air units? Do I want ground units? Do I want armor, infantry? How do I want to actually set my formation up to bring it into battle? As you can see here up on top of the screen, we've got 5 different formations that you can sort of pre-create. In my case, I've created a formation with an M26, which is, I believe, the Pershing tank, the M24, which is the Chaffee, so we've got a heavy tank, a light tank, and then we've got an FAH-1, which is a jet fighter aircraft. So we've got basically a fighter unit in this formation to provide top cover to keep ground attack aircraft off my armor, and then I've got 2 armored units here to go into battle with to hopefully clean the enemy out. Now, there are a number of different unit types, so if you go into the tech tree here, you can see you've got heavy tanks, you've got towed artillery, light tanks, and then what amounts to basically, it says towed artillery, but these are basically anti-aircraft batteries. You can see, just as in sort of the World of Warships or War Thunder sort of concept, you've got multiple tiers of units that you unlock as you play more and more over time. So we start with the Pershing, but eventually we can get all the way out to the M1 Abrams or the M1A2 SEP, or SEP. You've also, for the artillery, for example, you can get out to having like MLRS units or Patriot batteries for the anti-aircraft unit. You've also got air units here, so we've got, fighters starting with the FAH-1, but eventually you get out to the F-22 or F-35 even. You've got the F-16 you can see here, the F-4 Phantom. For the ground attack aircraft, you start with the BA-29, which is, I assume, supposed to be the B-29, or maybe that's an experimental version of the B-29, because then there's a B-29C. And then you got to the B-36 Dominator. That's a pretty cool aircraft, actually, with the propellers on the rear side of the wing. But then you get all the way up to the B-52 or the B-2 stealth bomber. And then you've got recon aircraft as well. So you can have like I guess this is the P-3 Orion, I'm guessing, or the U-2. So those are all kind of cool. And that looks like you've got like a drone scout as well. And then you've got ground units as well. So just sort of basic infantry evolving over time. You have 4 different countries that exist in the game, if you will. You've got Eagle, which is clearly the Americans in terms of the tech tree. You've got Dragon, which appears to be the Chinese. You've got like the C-58, which is, I think, like a Chinese version of the T-34. And then, again, all the same trees for the Dragon here. It doesn't look like they have as many aircraft options for them. I don't know if that'll be unlocked. The game is actually in early access, so the game isn't fully completed yet. You have ground attack as well, or infantry for the Chinese forces or the Dragon forces. But then you can see Lion and Bear aren't built out yet at all. I'm assuming the Lion will be British units and the Bear will be Russian units, but not 100% sure on that. Similar to the sort of World of Tanks or World of Warships model, you've also got the ability to purchase premium access on the game, which sort of is going to give you bonuses, or I'm assuming experience bonuses as you play more. You can purchase gold, if you will, that is used to unlock different units, or as you sort of buy upgrades to your units, you can use that on that. Obviously, different units have technology that you can unlock with them, so you can unlock better guns, you can unlock better armor, better engines, those kind of things. And so it's all kind of, very similar, I think, to folks who have played sort of the World of Warships type games, but it's in a different vein. Again, this sort of idea of having a formation of multiple units that you fight almost in a real-time sort of tactical game is different, and I think interesting and worth taking a look. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a look at my M26 Pershing. You can see here I can add accessories to it. So I've got different ammo types I can use, but I've also got the ability to, purchase a rammer, for example, 35,000 silver coins here. I've got 111,000 up here. So that reduces the reload time. I can also go ahead and purchase... what else would I want to purchase? Gasoline increases. I don't know why gasoline would increase turret rotation, but let's see here. Smoke grenades, vertical stabilizers increases accuracy. Composite armor could increase, the amount of damage I can take. Camouflage makes it harder for enemies to see me when I'm not moving. Command telescope increases vision. Actually, I like the idea. Well, I don't need a repair kit. Also, one of the interesting things is when you do take damage and your unit gets destroyed, there's kind of a cooldown on being able to use that exact unit in future battles, which is kind of interesting in that it can kind of force people to play with a more dynamic playstyle, I think, sort of encouraging you to experiment with different units. That's my opinion anyway. So we'll go ahead and we'll save that setup here. And you can see I spent almost all my silver there. On these upgrades for my M26. So let's go ahead and just jump in and let's take a look at what a battle looks like in this game. Okay, so you can see we're about to enter a battle. We've got the makeup of our own allies sort of on the left side here. You can see the different units that they're bringing to battle, and then also our opponents on the right. You can see we're loading in here, and you can see all the different units. Again, all these are all friendly units on the map here loading in with us. I've got my M24 up here, my M26 down here, and then I got my FA1. I can actually I can't do it yet because the battle hasn't started yet, but I can very easily give orders to all of the units just by clicking and dragging to create sort of a square, and then select them, and then just right-click where I want to go. So you can see, obviously my M26 is a little bit slower than my M24 Chaffee, and then my aircraft doesn't have to worry about any of the terrain penalties. As it moves forward. You can see some of our allies are flying way far out ahead here. I don't know if they're intending to scout or what have you here. Looks like this battle has 14 minutes, or I guess it's a 15-minute battle. We can see the map down here in the lower part of the screen, and then presumably we're just... I didn't actually see what type of battle is. If this is like capture the flag. It looks like there's a flag on each end of the field. I don't even know where my fighter is. Oh, there he is. He's coming in. He's shooting down this enemy aircraft. So I just shot down an enemy PA-2.
That's on target. Ready to fire anytime.
Oh, nice. We're engaging whatever this L5 is. You can see my fighter is kind of trying to get in behind it. Looks like a bunch of our ground... fire is also doing its work on the enemy. Wish I could zoom out a little bit more. All right, so shooting down a bunch of enemy aircraft that come in here. Now there is no respawning in this, so when your units die, they're dead for kind of good in this battle until the battle ends, which is kind of another interesting aspect to it. Again, it's similar to like World of Tanks or those kind of games. No, my aircraft got shot down. All right, well. It is what it is. All right. If I want to find where my units are, by the way, I can just like click on them too. Alright, so both my tanks are here. Looks like there's... Our friendly units are yellow. That takes a little bit of getting used to. Alright, so we've got enemy armor here in this wood line just beyond this roadway. It looks like there's a little bit of a ridge. So presumably that impacts like what you can see. Moving my armor up to support. We've got a bunch of our units up here on the high ground. I can also just right-click and drag to set my units up as I want them. Alright, so you can see my M24 is firing on this enemy tank here. I've got my M26 coming up over the horizon here. I'm taking a little bit of damage. You can see that green health bar ticking down, but we did finish off that enemy armor. I don't think I got credit for the kill, though. There's a bunch of enemy units to the north, by the look of it. Do we just want to try and sprint?
We've been spotted.
We're going to try and
Outraged the
sprint.
enemy scout.
Yeah, so there's an enemy scouting aircraft, but I'm not too worried about that. That can't hurt me. The recon aircraft can't bomb. They can uncover things, but they can't actually bomb. Some enemy infantry's moving off there. Meanwhile, my looks like my Chaffee is shooting and scooting. Some enemy troops there. There's a B-29 there. They could do some damage on us if they decide to drop their payload on us.
There are no targets within range, Commander.
We're just sprinting for the flag. I'm curious what they've got left. I think the white up here represents the casualties, so they might have some air units left. Looks like they got one MA-114, a couple of MA-114s, but not much in the way of ground units. It looks like we're definitely winning this thing. So you can see we're in the flag. We're capturing the flag here. Looks like it's going to take 160 seconds for us to do so. The enemy's not yet in our flag, though, so they're going to have to pull back, or it looks like we could win this thing. I could be the hero! I wonder if it'll go quicker now that I've got 2 units. And yep, cut 50 seconds off the timer there. Oh boy. Well, that's a PA-2. He can't hurt me. So if the enemy brings a bomber in, they can hurt me. But I don't think the PA-2 can hurt me. 80 seconds left. I'm waiting to see if there's a... They do have a B-29, I think, right? A C-58. No, that's a tank. A PA-2. No, they don't have any... Looks like they just have 1 tank and some anti-aircraft and maybe some artillery, but I don't know that they have anything like nothing from the air that can hurt me anyway. So now I think it's just a matter of waiting a little bit
Outraged the enemy scout.
and see what happens. Okay, so we're down to the final 15 seconds here. I'm not seeing anything close in on me. We do have some of our units that are sweeping the map, but the enemy does still have units left. They're going to probably survive, but it looks like we're about to win this thing as we kind of count down here the last couple of seconds. Victory. There you go. So the enemy did get a couple of units in our flag at the last second, but it was too late. We won the victory. I get the caps. The only one of our friendly units here that was inside the enemy flag, and so we get a victory there. So victory, direct damage, my M24 did a little bit of damage. My fighter did some damage as well, did get 1 kill. But you can see I win some medals up here. I'm a strategist, highest flag capture contribution, less than 5 kills. I've done that a couple of times now. Less than 4 enemies spotted and 2 flag capture contribution points for the win. I don't really care. You know, we got the flag, and so we win. So there you go. I may not have been the most valuable player per se in terms of points, but a win is a win. And so you can see kind of how the capture the flag mechanic works. When I was playing in a different battle earlier, there was sort of a domination option where there were multiple spots on the map that you want to capture and you earn points. So there are different game modes, if you will, that you can play. Now, as you can see, coming out of the battle, my M24 did suffer a little bit of damage, so it is going to take about 4 minutes, it looks like, to repair automatically, or I can go ahead and I can spend 29 coins here to repair it. And they're the silver coins which you earn in battle, so I don't actually have to like spend any money to repair the unit. The FAH one, I guess I'll repair that. That one did get destroyed, so that's got a longer cooldown. So that's kind of interesting to see how your cooldown varies based on what happens to your particular unit, as opposed to just a generic cooldown. You can see this battle we're going to be fighting here, it's about capturing resource points or wiping out the enemy team. So this is going to be a little bit of a different game mode as we enter in here. Same deck, if you will, that I'm carrying with me, my 1 fighter and my 2 tanks. I think that's a nice little mix there. I'm curious to see how the strategic bombers work, how effective they are. It seemed like we were able to shoot them down pretty well, so that feels like maybe a deck if you were going to go with a B-29 that you'd also want to get a fighter with, and maybe a patrol aircraft as well, and just be really careful in how you push forward. But in any event, we're going to go ahead and kind of move forward this direction. You can see it looks like there's 3 different flags on the map, which represents resources, and the longer that you hold them, the more points you get. So it's kind of, again, you capture the flag and then hold it, as opposed to the previous battle was just about capturing the flag. So you can see here we're advancing down toward this objective. We've got a whole bunch of enemy. Whoa. So our patrol aircraft getting lit up there. We've got a lot of bombers, but I don't see a lot of fighters in here, guys. Our bombers might be kind of vulnerable. All right, I just set my fighter to engage, but I'm still a little ways out. So you can see we're moving down the roadway. We've got our tanks on the way in. Our B-29, we're going to lose our entire, striking power. All right, you can see I'm trying to come in here. Get in behind this guy. Get him! Get him! Oh no! He got behind me! Shit. It's a turning battle. Get him! Get him! Get him! Oh no, there's another enemy jet behind me. Finish off that guy at least. You gotta at least finish this guy off. Give me a kill. Oh shit. I don't really know the best way to maneuver.
Our spy plane has spotted the target.
Turn in on him.
Awaiting order to fire.
My tanks still haven't been engaged yet.
My wing's been hit.
My
Enemy down.
Got him!
Fire control system is broken. My
Oh
accuracy is
shit.
falling.
I'm gonna get totally lit up here by this enemy jet. I'm spending way too much time focusing on just one of my aircraft, by the way, rather than my tanks and shit. Let's go send this armor down there. I'm trying to get my F1. Yeah, someone shot down that B-29 in any event.
Target from the air.
Nice! I shot down one of the enemy fighters, too.
Fire anytime.
Awaiting orders.
Oh, wait, there's a tank. Okay. How about you engage those enemy ground vehicles there? So I've got my Chaffee is in the zone, in the section here that we're trying to take the resource from. My Pershing is sort of sitting off back here. So they're all kind of focusing on my light tank, and that allowed me to kind of destroy a couple of enemy units here. I did lose the Chaffee there. I don't even know where my fighter is anymore.
Awaiting order to fire.
Bombers, don't hurt me.
There are no targets within range.
All right, we're almost to... I got another enemy unit. Oh, I did upgrade, by the way, my tank, so I think that's helping me maybe be a little bit more survivable. Oh no! As soon as I say that, we're at 99%. Yeah! All right, so he did kill me. So all of my units are now dead, you can see, but we did take 100% of the resources on this particular section. So it's not just a timer, it's sort of a timer up to 100. And as you take those resources, or as you hold that, you get those resources. So you can see here, looks like we're counting up the resource counter on the left here. I mean, I'm kind of done. So we've got about 10 minutes left in the battle. I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead, and we'll see how I did. You know, all my units are destroyed, but I'll go ahead and skip ahead here, and we'll see what the final result of the battle is here. You can see all of our different allied units sort of engaging there. But we've got that one section held. I don't know if someone's like holding the other base. It's counting down. Doesn't look like that base is, that section of the map is online yet, or... Yeah, so it just unlocked B now. So you can see resources are counting up for A, which we took. So apparently you can only take the resources at a given time in the battle, which again is a little bit unique. You have it focuses your efforts around the first section of the map, and then it sort of moves to section B, although we're still gaining points for holding section A, which we continue to hold and are destroying the vast majority of the enemy forces now at this point. You can actually zoom quite a bit down. I know I said I was going to fast forward to the end of the battle, but I was curious just to kind of take a look at what things look like when you aren't fighting and it's easier to follow things. And you can actually get pretty close to the ground and have a nice little almost ground level view of things. It looks like we're going to win this thing. I'm pretty confident we're going to win this thing. No one's really making any progress on Objective B, and Objective C isn't unlocked yet, but we're already over 300 points of the way to 1,000. The enemy only has a handful of units left. Looks like we've definitely got more units than them, and I think we're going to be good here. Okay, so as you can see here, I skipped ahead a little bit, but we did end up winning this battle. The enemy did end up taking Objective A back from us, but not enough. They ended up getting like 100 points, and we ended up winning on victory. So we got to 1,000 resources before anybody else. I ended up with 6 kills, by the way. My heavy tank got 2, my light tank got 1, and my fighter got 3 enemy kills. So that makes me pretty darn good, I think. I think we had a good result there. In terms of the team direct damage dealt, it doesn't look like I ranked near the top. Actually, no, I did. I had the most damage dealt, and I had the most assisted damage. I also had the most kills, tied for the most kills, although not the most first spots. And not, well, there weren't, I guess flags weren't seized in that type of battle. So a pretty good battle for us there. You can see we gained some experience or some points, if you will, as well as some free XP in each of those units. Now, all my units did get destroyed, so I do need to repair them. So I'm going to spend a couple hundred points to repair all these guys real quick here. Again, not super expensive to repair, but I do think that is kind of a neat mechanic to kind of cool your units down before you can replace them with something else. It doesn't look like I have the ability to really upgrade that unit anymore. I don't think these tier 1 units don't appear to have, like... If I go up here, you can see there's different upgrades or whatnot for the more advanced units. I've already purchased some of the... Or actually, no. So I can do that. So I can upgrade my tank here with 100 and... Yeah, okay. So I can upgrade these guys with some XP, or I can research the next level with XP, and then I can spend points here to upgrade these units, these different elements here. So in this case, I now almost have enough to unlock the MA46, so the tier 2 tank, or I could go with the MA40. The MA46, I think it looks I think what is the M46? Is that the Bulldog? I can't remember. I think it was the heavy tank that was used in Korea though. Doesn't look like I have enough prestige or experience though. I need 745. I need an additional 418. So I need to fight with this tank a little bit more to unlock that next tier, if you will. So meanwhile, my aircraft, is there anything I need to upgrade here? Improve wing, I guess. Improve body. And then, ooh, I can add a ground weapon here. So right now my fighter doesn't have air-to-ground weaponry at the moment. It's just an air-to-air weapon at the moment. Or it just has machine guns in any event. But I could go ahead and use some experience here to give it rockets or 50-kilogram bombs. I don't have enough experience to get the bombs, but I do have the rockets equipped. So, let's go back to the garage. Let's go to this aircraft. And can I deploy a rocket on it? There you go. So we'll deploy 20 FAH-1. Oh, these are air-to-air rockets. My bad. Yeah. Let's see how it works out. Maybe it'll make me better. I already shot down a bunch of enemy aircraft in my last engagement. We'll see if we're even better now that we've got air-to-air rockets in addition to our cannons. Maybe I should get some better ammunition for my air-to-air weapons as well. Well, maybe I'll do that between the next fight. Because you can upgrade, like, you've got APT, but then we've also got Fit, which apparently has better penetration than the APT. They both deal the same amount of damage, so why not get the Fit? It's a little bit more expensive for that ammunition, obviously. But that's kind of another interesting thing. I always feel like I'm a little bit of a quartermaster in terms of what I'm looking to do with some of these games where it's like, you get 20 of this, and then you have to pay for reloads. And maybe I'm the only person in the world who thinks that's interesting, but I do find that interesting. So we're going to do another resource domination map. So I think this is actually the same map as the last battle we just fought. So we'll be jumping in here. You can see I've got my units. We'll wait to get this started here. Hopefully we continue our victory streak. I think I've won every battle so far that we've played on here. So, yeah, we're 2-0. So we'll see if we can continue that. Looks like people tend to go tank heavy. I have seen a fair number of infantry in the previous battle, but the vast majority of people like equipment, it seems, which makes sense. So we'll get moving here. You can see... You know, if I was to... I feel like this is the kind of game that you'd behoove yourself to chat with your team and tell them what you're going to do. But screw it. Just rush straight ahead.
That's too far away.
Use air-to-air rockets. I am telling him to use the rockets down here, by the way. Oh, sweet! That look cool. Rockets, I'm guessing, are more effective against less maneuverable targets, I would guess. I'm taking damage!
Awaiting order to fire. My wing's been hit.
No, no, no. Turn the other way. Engage.
Can't see the targets from the air.
Well, this guy knows, I think, what he's doing better than I do.
Minus some damage to my speed.
Oh, no. I'm going to go down. Well, there goes my aircraft.
Awaiting orders.
All right, my tanks are still kind of sitting in the back here. Go engage this enemy armor. Looks like most of their aircraft seem to be fighters so far. I haven't seen any bombers on their end. Alright, so we just destroyed that tank. I didn't get credit for it, but we still destroyed it. Charge forwards! Wait. Where's my other tank? Oh, there's my heavy tank's further back there. I should really maybe consider carrying an anti-aircraft gun with me, because those can actually, I think, also attack ground targets.
There are no targets within range, Commander.
Looks like there's an enemy towed gun here that we're engaging. Got him!
They've gone into hiding.
Another one over here. Got him! Well, my aircraft was a bust this time, but doing okay with the ground units still in this particular fight. We'll sit on the cap here till we get to 100%. Oh, enemy infantry charging me. Yeah, you charge me with your scout infantry here. I got tanks. Although apparently you're pretty good at dodging. There we go. Got him. Oh, a whole bunch of enemy infantry. Just as I was saying, people like equipment. Got another one.
Targets within range, Commander.
All right, so it looks like we're about 2 minutes away from the Cap B section or Resource B section opening up. One of our friendlies just finished off that enemy unit. Let's go ahead and take more of these. The enemy has these aircraft, these patrol aircraft, and these fighters that are hovering around us, but they're not really doing any damage because I don't think they have any ground attack weapons. I haven't seen any bombers. This guy up here, the PA-2, that's just a recon aircraft. Come on. Finish off whatever this MA-114 is. I think it's a towed gun. Got him! Haha! It's like shooting fish in a barrel, boys. Something just dropped a bomb on us. Didn't really do any damage, though. Or no, that was an aircraft that crashed. Alright, where's B? Oh, nope. I'll just go take this out. Just give me more targets. I can't shoot through those buildings, can I? Doesn't look like it. Turn around, guys. Also, one of the other things with the game is it does seem, at least to some extent, that facing matters, because you get a lot of different, like, you get ricochets or ineffective shots, but then you also have penetrating shots, so I think that's... I don't know if it's got, like, full-blown ballistics modeling or anything, but it does have, to some extent, the... armor and unit type matter in terms of it's not just purely hit points. Alright, so where is that other objective? It's over here, right? Nope, I'm way off. So this is C, I think. That's not unlocked, or is it B? The enemy only has an MA-24, a ZGP-55, which I think is anti-aircraft, a ZLP-54, and an MA-26. So it looks like they got 2 tanks, and then 1 towed artillery, 1 towed anti-aircraft, I believe. That's definitely not it. All right, so we at least identified one of the enemy artillery pieces back here. I don't know why our infantry doesn't just finish them off. I guess I'll send my tanks up that way.
I think we need to reformulate our strategy.
I don't think we need to reformulate our strategy game. They've only got 3 units left. We don't even have to wait till we get to 1,000 if we can destroy all the enemy. Get up there, Chaffee. I'm sure you can take that guy out. He's towed. He's a sitting duck. Boom! Got him. All right, just 2 more enemy units. 1 tank and 1... whatever that other thing is. They're capping B, which is down here. I gotta think we should be able to finish him off, guys. Go rush down there and finish him off. All right, they're down to 1 tank, which is on B over here. The other side of the map. They've got 1 dude just trying to take it. We've got 8 minutes left in the event that we can't chase down this 1 lone enemy tank or get to 1,000. Even if he takes the objective, though, we'll be earning the same amount of points as the bad guys. So we'll get to 1,000 before they do, unless they take objective C. Yeah. I don't think I saw a single B-29 on our side this time. Maybe there were a couple of light attack aircraft, but the whole air war felt a little bit pointless in this particular fight, at least based on the makeup of units that that were involved here. We're trying to race down here, but I don't think there's any way we're going to get here. Our teammates are going to swarm this guy before, presumably before he has a chance to get away.
I think we need to reformulate our strategy.
He's got to be back by this bush or something, right? Where'd he go? Yeah, there he is. Hey guys, how about you shoot him? There you go. Dead. It should just be a victory, right? Yep, there you go. So this was our first victory where we didn't take a flag or get to a resource point. Instead, we defeated the enemy by destroying all their units. 2/3 of my forces survived. I also got quite a few kills in that particular fight, I think. 5 kills for my M24. 1 for my heavy M26. Less damage done this time. But in terms of direct damage, I was number 2 on our team, so Enelise was number 1. In terms of assisted damage, I was number 4. Kills, I was number 2. First spots way down the list. I don't spot people, I kill people. That's what I do. Alright, so again, we can go ahead and repair our units. We could try something a little bit different maybe this time. We could go ahead and... Maybe we'll go with an air formation or with a bomber formation here. We'll go with formation number 3, I think, with our B-29, PA-2 scout aircraft, and our scout troops. So we'll see what that looks like. Rather than leveling up my tanks and getting up to the next tier of tanks, I want to fly my 6-engine B-29 and my 2-engine PA-2 reconnaissance aircraft. I wonder if you can get air-to-ground weaponry with this. You can see up here on the upper right, firepower is 0 on the PA-20 or PA-2. But there might be upgrades and accessories and things like that I can level up and try and equip this thing to be a little bit more potent than just a eyeball in the sky. Okay, so we're going to do an encounter. Occupy the enemy base or wipe out the enemy team. So I believe this is sort of that capture the flag that we played earlier. You can see my units here, my B-29. I don't know where my PA-2 is. It's hovering around here somewhere too. Oh, there it is. We have 1 fighter. Thanks, guys. Maybe I should have set my unit up to have a fighter then. I feel like keeping the bomber in the rear then until we know where the enemy is. Let's go detect these guys. Where are they at?
Waiting orders.
Gonna leave my B-29 sort of hovering in the rear. Maybe I'll call and bring it up a little bit closer.
Lights all in order. The enemy has discovered my position.
Well, there's a whole bunch of enemy fighters. Well, at least 1. Looks like at least 2 enemy fighter aircraft. Well, I can see on the right side if I count it up or add it up or something. All right, B-29, go hit him.
I need to fly faster.
Yeah, just go bomb the guy.
The enemy has discovered my position.
We're on the bomb run.
Awaiting order to fire.
Drop your damn bombs. Oh, my PA-2 just got shot down. That enemy truck is like faster than me. I'm not quite sure how to drop a bomb. I just hit the fire button. Ha! Okay. Do I have to actually hit the fire button, though?
Target from the air.
Bombs away! Oh, I got one! Got one! That's hilarious. Oh no, he's setting up his. Is this flak? I can't tell.
Our spy plane has spotted the target.
No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, maybe it is flak. I've got 200 bombs to drop. Probably need more of a straight-on approach. Oh, never mind. Someone else got him first. I'm not sure bombers are my cup of tea. I did get one guy, though, so there's that.
I need to fly faster.
I need to fly faster. Let's go drop some bombs over here. There's a whole bunch of enemy fighters over this way. I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, it got destroyed before I got there.
My wing's been hit.
Oh no, they're shooting at me.
Far away.
Get out of there. Oh, wait. All right, so they're taking our flag, if you will.
I can't find it.
Drop multiple bombs. Get him! Got him! Got an enemy anti-aircraft gun. Maybe it's just that. Just carpet bomb. Just drop them in and keep hitting the target. Or keep hitting the bomb release until you destroy something. Yeah.
My wing's been hit.
Oh, come on.
My fire control system is broken.
Oh no.
He has fallen.
I got shot down. I don't even know where my scout is.
Report. Unable to reach destination.
Oh. They're just like swarming me with their fighters so they can see me.
Evaded the enemy scouts.
Where is our objective back here? All right, this is where they're taking. Come on, boys.
Report. They've gone into hiding.
Guys, just
The
run.
enemy has discovered my position.
I don't care if they're strafing you guys. Get out of there.
I've evaded the enemy scouts.
It's not.
Commander, our scouts have found them.
Just shoot the fuckers. My scouts are kind of worthless. I mean, I guess they're scouts, right? Like, they're probably not gonna destroy a tank. At least not with what I have. Yeah, they all died. Well, it was fun dropping bombs on the B-29 for a few seconds, but I think I'm more of a tank guy personally. Looks like we're gonna lose this thing. They're capping our objective. We don't have anyone left capping theirs. We've got one ZLP-54, which is kind of up here. They might. I guess it's just a question of whether they'll destroy our last unit here, or whether we'll get capped first. I don't feel like a lot of people know how to use the bombers yet, though, because it seems like they just kind of hover and circle around targets. I don't see a lot of people actually dropping payloads. Like, maybe they don't realize you have to hit. I don't know if you have to hit that bomb release or not, but it certainly helped me. So this might be, if this is a game that looks interesting to you, this might be the time to jump in, because it seems like there's a lot of people who are definitely still sort of learning it. It's been out for about a week now. But it's definitely something where I don't feel like the opponents that you're facing to this point are all that overwhelmed. You can see that we did accomplish 2 of our daily objectives, which give us a couple of extra silver coins here, and you can see again very like World of Warshipsy, at least in my I don't play a ton of World of Tanks or anything like that, and I don't really play a lot of War Thunder either. So but in my World of Warships experience, there are these daily objectives or missions that you try and accomplish for bonuses and things like that. So there also are tutorial objectives or missions as well, which I actually haven't really delved into a whole lot. With that being said, guys, I think that's going to do it for this video. If you are interested in this game, there is a link in the description. and you can click on that link. It does help me out if you click the link, and you'll go to the Steam page from there. And it's $14.99 right now, and it's an interesting looking game. So let me know your thoughts down below. And until next time, guys, this is the Historical Gamer saying once again, thank you very much for watching. And until next time, I'm out.